Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street's trading satellite office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, the 19th, 2012, and here's the end-of-day market wrap-up report. Stocks advanced higher today as we had the Dow Jones up over 34 points, S&P 500 up over 3.5, and the Nasdaq leading the way up 0.79% to close up a little over 23 points. We had some strong stocks leading the market today, such as Amazon, IBM, and Google. A lot of strong technology stocks out there, definitely ramping the market up higher. Transports were strong. If you take a look at some of the rails, UNP, KSU, CNI, cyclicals were strong today as well, PGH and WHR. All right. One thing that I want to bring to you guys' attention, though, was the Russell 2000 was lagging the other indices today, and we have to take note of that for the fact that a lot of traders and a lot of economists use the Russell 2000 as a barometer for the overall economy, for the small caps, and for the stock market as far as for momentum and where we could try to find strength. Okay, so they were lagging today, and you just have to keep note. Just make sure you put that on your radar there. All right, some weak stocks and some weak stocks that we have to take note of are the financials. The Morgan Stanley was weak. Goldman Sachs was weak today. But overall, the market had a general up bias today. So let's take a look at my daily chart of the ES here. I know some of you guys track the SPY. I track the ES. If you guys want me to track the ES and the SPY, I could definitely do that. But right now, I'm going to take a look at the S&P 500 futures contract here. Okay. We remain in this little upward trend. We remain in this upward channel from here, from the first week of June. And right now, you can see we could have some short-term resistance right here at this 1375 area on the ES. I would not be surprised if we pull back. Like I highlighted in my weekend video, I'm still watching this 1366 area. Where am I getting the level from? That area is coming from the back test of the trend line that we broke from this little head and shoulders pattern that we broke down out of back here in May. All right, the underneath part of that trend line is at 1386. All right, 1386, 1387 area. That would be an official back test of that trend line. So if they do push a market higher tomorrow, all right, or overnight or the early next week, I will be watching that 1386 to see if sellers come in the market at that level. Okay, as far as support goes, I would say support on the market via the ES is back here down at 1350. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other sectors though. You guys, if you guys have watched my previous videos, you guys know that I like to trade commodity stocks, so I'm always tracking USO, and right now USO is back at this key resistance level, so I will not be surprised if we see a pullback in oil or some of these energy stocks that have had a nice ramp up off the lows or out of their ranges. So watch USO around this 35 area and see what happens. That's going to be a key level to watch, and you can see why based on the little highlighted zone that I have here. It was prior support, now becoming a resistance. Okay, so crude oil still looks good. Just be careful with the 35 area. All right, if you guys take a look at the GLD did have a breakout, this little downward bullish looking channel right here. And however, the GLD is really not doing much. I'm not too excited. I'm actually staying away from gold stocks right now, as it's pretty quiet on that side of town. If you take a look at the GDX as well. GDX pretty quiet on that side of town, not really doing much. When we get a little bit more catalyst for some news or anything that's going to happen in the sector that will make these stocks get a little more action or get on Front Street, I should say, we'll put them back on the radar. Right now, we're not even trading the gold stocks at the moment. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. Though some strong stocks in this technology sector is definitely pushing this Nasdaq back up here. One thing that you want to watch for is Amazon has earnings next week, Thursday, I believe, on the 26th here, and that is after the market closes. Amazon was trading in this little upward channel. We had the break down out of that upward channel last week, and you can see we're at kind of this little back test area. If we take out today's highs going to tomorrow, I would not be surprised if we see 230 plus tomorrow, as long as these technology stocks continue to trade strong. So keep an eye on Amazon. Definitely a strong stock to have on your radar. Google reported earnings after the bell. They initially traded higher. I'm looking at my chart right now, and Google is at 612.5, and it closed at 592. So bullish numbers, I'm assuming, out of Google, and I say I'm assuming for the fact that some companies have been reporting bad numbers, and the stock still trades higher. But in any case, the street likes what Google came out with, and the stock is trading higher, it has to be respected. All right. Last but not least, I wanted to take a look with you guys on the IBM. IBM looking very nice. All right, IBM had a nice little gap up today. Looks like they had earnings after the bell. All right, and the stock continued to trade higher. All right, we are at some short-term resistance right here at this 197 area. All right, I would not be surprised if we consolidate a bit using this gap low that we had today as support and congest this move up before we try to make a move higher towards the 200 area. Okay, transports are looking very good. Like I said, take a look at the UMP. Transports are looking very good, and I would definitely keep my eye on this sector. As you know, a lot of the big money participants like to see the transports participate to the upside when the market is going higher. So keep an eye on that sector. Now, some weak stocks we want to take a look at before I close this video out is Goldman Sachs. Okay, Goldman Sachs had earnings this week. The stock gapped up. They sold the stock off. And if you ask me, I think Goldman Sachs wants to go back down below 100. Well, it's already below 100, sorry. I believe Goldman Sachs wants to go back down to this 90-50 level. That's what I meant to say. Back here towards the bottom of the range. So keep an eye on that. Short-term support you want to watch for a break below and hold is going to be this 94 level. Okay, and then Morgan Stanley. All right, MS Morgan Stanley was a weak stock today. They had earnings this morning. The stock tried to trade higher, but it could not, stay above the 1350 level, which was the level that I called out this morning in the chat room. If you were in our chat room, and if I'll give you the information to access our chat room at the end of this video here. But Morgan Stanley, just a weak stock. I will not, this stock's going to have some gap support around the 1287 level, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the short term, going into next week, the financials continue to kind of act weak. This stock will be back down here towards 1230 and possibly make a new year lows. It is below all these moving averages, and it was not able to hold above this little short-term support that has been above for the past 5 weeks at this 1350 area. All right, just to show some of you guys how we traded it intraday. You take a look at the 5-minute chart. Right now, I like to look at the pre-market information on it. So let me just go ahead and show the pre-market information on it. And you can see here, the stock was in the uptrend this morning at from the morning initial low at 8 o'clock. And then when we came into the open, the stock tried to get a little bounce. It broke the trend line. I told my participants that were, I told everybody, all the traders that were in our chat room here this morning, that if it holds below 1350, you want to get short. You can see a little bit better the setup on the 2-minute chart, but you can look at it on the 5-minute chart as well. And you can see how 1350 was a key level from pre-market. So for the fact that pre-market here, okay, 1350 was a key level for the breakout when it consolidated, and it wasn't able to, hold above 1350 like it should have right here. It registered the short signal, so you get short, put us up above 1350. That's how we traded it, and we were able to stick for this one all the way down to 13, which was our target. So that was a good setup here. I believe one of the traders in the chat room, one of my co-moderators, he called out THG. All right, I'm not sure what the news on that stock was, but just look at the move on it. It had some news come out in the morning, I believe. That's why he brought it to the chat room's attention. And let me remove this extended session here. You can see the stock went all the way from opened all the way at 38.55 and hit a low of 35. And he was in the chat room actually helping the traders in the chat room and managing the trade with everybody. So it's pretty interesting that we have a whole bunch of different experience levels and everybody on the chat room participating and calling out good trades. And then one of the other co-moderators called out eBay. All right, I'm not sure if eBay had earnings. Either way, he brought it to our attention right there in pre-market, and it gave you some decent action to trade around this key level, around I believe the 43.60 level. All right, so I was focused more on the Morgan Stanley trades. So I didn't watch the eBay, but I did tell traders to watch the 43.60 level, as again, I like to watch the pre-market action on these stocks that are in play. The stock did have a little breakout over 43.60 level, so as long as the stock held above 43.60, it was a long, and that was some decent action right there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like to see how we set up and trade the market in the morning, join us at 8:45 in our chat room. To get access to our chat room, visit our website, www.wallstreettrading.com, and sign up for your free trial of My Wall Street TV Today. You can find it on the right-hand side. All right, you'll be able to listen to us trade the markets in real time as we help coach you through trades and generate some killer ideas. All right, guys, and believe me or not, we do have some killer ideas in the chat room. Once again, the chat room is wallstreettrading.com. Hope to see you guys there tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great night. If you have any questions, send me an email at ccooper@wallstreettrading.com. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at My Wall Street TV. As same on the Facebook. Follow us at My Wall Street. Follow us at Wall Street Trading. Go to Facebook, type in Wall Street Trading in the search bar, like the page, and you'll get all our information in the news feed. Have a great night, guys, and catch you guys in the war room tomorrow. Later.